This video was brought to you by my beautiful Patreon community and my YouTube channel members. Thank you so much. Hello boys and girls, welcome to another installment of Saturday morning cartoon propaganda. The search for the worst Christian movie continues, and today we have Finding Jesus, a Finding Nemo ripoff that destroyed my will to live. Released in 2020 to widespread critical acclaim, Finding Jesus features the adventures of Muggles and Joy, two baby fish who must learn to swim with Christ, mind the pun, as they meet vicious predators, scary crustaceans, and racist caricatures. Yes, racist caricatures, you heard that right. It's about to get culty. You know, as always, we're doing the cringe challenge, so if you cringe, you lose, and when you cringe, let me know the exact moment you lost it. Are you ready? Let's get into it. Before we watch, let me give you a bit of context on this atrocity. According to the Mockbuster wiki page, Finding Jesus was produced by Wow Now Entertainment, a Canadian-based company infamous for their low-budget cartoon ripoffs such as Jumbo, Two Wars, The Funny World of Pets, and Avenger Dogs. A bartastic adventure, oh boy. Just look at this stupid ass dog, he looks hella photoshopped.
I like peanuts! And
as if Wow Now was not satisfied in ripping off Pixar and DreamWorks projects, they decided to rip off the Son of God as well. But despite the name, this film is as far removed as Jesus as you could possibly get. Okay, let's watch. So the first 18 seconds of the movie are in complete silence, and then you get hit with the title card, Finding Jesus. You know, usually in intros, you get some type of music to hype you up for what you're about to see, but not here. We just cut straight to the title and this awful narrator.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
It's a beautiful underwater day in the ocean. And baby fish Muggles, along with his best friend Joy, is scouring the seabed for yummy algae.
Ugh, Muggles and Joy? More like, end my suffering. Joy is already pissing me off, and she hasn't said a word yet.
Joy, I can't think of anyone better to search for algae than with you. Same here, Muggles. Nothing. It's fantastic.
Now we get introduced to Bubbletown's professor, Mr. Shark. Also, brilliant idea, a shark as the head of the school. It's like putting a convicted felon in charge of the White House. Silly fish. And we're told Muggles and Joy are Professor Shark's favorite students, although they seem to be the only ones because these people didn't bother animating other fish.
Muggles! Joy! What a wonderful day we're having!
Jesus sure has blessed us with lives in such a beautiful underwater universe.
I wonder if there's like a fish version of Jesus in this underwater universe. What would be the underwater version of a crucifixion? Did Jesus descend into the abyss, into the Mariana Trench instead of into hell? Did he multiply humans instead of fish? And what kind of fish would Jesus be? Ah man, I sure hope this film answers all my questions. The voice acting in this piece of shit film is so bad. It's like they just recorded one single take and decided to go with it. And they all talk really slow. This shark character sometimes just mumbles for a few seconds in the middle of a sentence.
In the open water all day long.
My guess is that they just wanted to stretch the runtime as long as possible.
And rest assured, Jesus is very, very pleased with you. Both of you.
Jesus would not be pleased. Now, after an insufferably long conversation, Professor Shark asks Muggles and Joy to pay a visit to some fish named Scary Henry. It's made clear Henry has a terrible reputation in the sea. But Joy and Muggles are just very jolly fish and they're the best students, so they're gonna try to convince Henry to come back to the reef with them.
Do you want us to try talking to Scary Henry, Professor? We could let him know that no matter what's going on in his life, life itself is a gift. Yeah, and it's never that bad. As long as we have all our fins and gills, life's just peachy.
So, if you're missing a fin or some gills, life is just gonna suck? Damn, I hope there's no paralytic kid watching this.
Even if if we don't have all our fins and gills? It's still beachy.
Right. Remember Clyde the porpoise?
Who could forget? Lost his dorsal fin in that tsunami last year.
And discovered that he could swim faster in the currents as a result.
Streamlined.
Oh, never mind, I spoke too soon. I guess losing a limb can turn out for the better, right? Because it made this poor porpoise more streamlined to swim, which would imply that Jesus did a shit job when he created porpoises, because their original design is not optimal for swimming, and removing a fin is actually an upgrade, whatever.
Off we go. Come on, Muggles. It's a feel-good mission.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
So Muggles and Joy swim off to look for Scary Henry in Jesus' name. And Henry turns out to be a crab who doesn't look very sad at all. Like, he actually looks quite high.
Joy swim off to find Scary Henry and get to the bottom of why he's so unhappy.
Oh, scary! Oh, shiver my timbers!
Homie looks happy as hell. He was just vibing until these stupid ass kids interrupted him.
There he is! Hey, Scary Henry! We haven't seen you around the reef in a while. How are you doing?
Life stinks like whale gas.
Oh, that's gross.
Come on now, it's not that bad.
Right, what's the deal, Henry? You seem down in the dumps.
So the kids are trying to convince Henry to come back to the reef, even though he looks perfectly content here. And he finally gets them to leave. And they go to Mrs. Wadley, who I suppose is a starfish. Just look at this character design. It's the worst starfish I've ever seen. It looks like her head is in her bum. At least Patrick had his eyes in one of his arms, and Peach had her face in the middle. Sure, none of these designs are anatomically accurate, but neither is this one, and it's much worse to look at. Also, why the hell is she floating? Starfish don't float. That's their whole thing. They chill on the ground and munch on crabs. Oh, wait. They munch on crabs? Let's see. Starfish use their tube feet to pry open shells and then digest their prey by extending their stomach outside of their body to envelop the food. Holy shit, that's horrifying. And these kids want Mrs. Wadley to meet Henry? This is not gonna end well.
You were both hatchlings the last time I saw you.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh, so that's why making a review of this movie feels like an eternity.
It sounds like this friend could use a lesson in gratitude.
That absolutely sounded like a threat. Please, Henry, get the hell out of this neighborhood. So this possessed starfish starts quoting a few psalms on the importance of gratitude, because the biblical canon exists in this universe, apparently. How do they write the Bible down here? Do they just memorize it? I thought fish had terrible memories.
Let your friend know that, no matter the struggles or turbulence he currently faces, Jesus is never out of sight. When his children call on him, he will answer. Always.
The fact that Ocean Jesus is never out of sight implies he's an apex predator, lurking in the shadows. Maybe a barracuda or something. Sounds kinda metal. So Muggles and Joy hurry back to find Scary Henry. These kids are acting like JW elders giving a shepherding visit. They really want Henry to return to the congregation, even though he looks perfectly fine. And to convince him, they're gonna read to him a Bible verse he has probably read a million times by now. Just leave this poor guy alone.
Hey, Henry, feeling any better?
Do I look like I'm feeling any better?
Yes, Henry, you look more than okay.
Just look around. That's a smile. I see a smile.
Oh, that's definitely a smile.
Henry has been smiling this whole time. It's just mind-boggling to me that the animators didn't even try to make him look scary or even sad. It's like they just downloaded a bunch of 3D models from some free website and all they did was lip sync them. And they don't do anything. They just loop their idle animations and move their mouth up and down. The fish never actually swim or like interact with their environment. All they do is talk. At least Donkey Ollie, as horrible as it is, actually had its characters doing stuff. All these fish do is swim in place and annoy the hell out of you. This has to be the laziest film I've ever seen. So now the kids go back to Bubble Town to share the good news with Mr. Shark that Scary Henry is now Happy Henry, all thanks to Jesus, of course.
Joy! Muggle!
Well, Mrs. Wadley helped a little. And Jesus helped a lot.
Ah, as he is known to do, my little fish. As he is known to do.
What the hell is so funny?
Are you sure you're not a clownfish?
So after a strange intersection where the kids are floating around in an ocean completely devoid of anything, they go back to this goddamn shark character to receive a new mission to help some Marlo the swordfish.
Muggles! Joy! Welcome home, my dearest fish!
We're glad to be back, Professor Shark.
Ugh, I swear they just keep reusing these sound bites. Muggles! Joy!
Yeah, it's not easy swimming around with all these new predators in the sea. Makes me thankful for friends.
Great job, fishes! But I need to ask you to go back to the wide open sea.
So the kids swim off to find Marlo the swordfish, in Jesus' name, who is stuck in some seaweed apparently. Why couldn't Professor Shark go help out? He could reach Marlo much faster and use his sharp predator teeth to help him escape the seaweed. I don't know.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
Marlo the swordfish? What tangle can he possibly have that he can't cut himself free from?
Shut up! Shut up!
Muggles enjoy swim like never before.
These fish are not even swimming. You didn't bother giving them swimming animations. Ugh, just look at the pacing of this next scene. Just look how much time they waste just to fill up screen time.
I've lost Marlo's distress signal, Muggles. It's just gone. I lost it too. Which way do we go? Pickles?
Oh, hi, Joy!
Pickles has brain damage. So after what seemed like an eternity of talking and some stock footage transition of some hyper-realistic turtle, the kids finally meet up with Mr. Marlo, who already freed himself from the seaweed at this point, meaning Professor Shark sent out these two kids into the open ocean for nothing, even after they clearly expressed there had been a rise of predators in the area.
Yeah, it's not easy swimming around with all these new predators in the sea.
But Professor Shark didn't give a shit, like sending out your kids to buy milk in the middle of a war zone. So after the kids remind Marlo of how much Jesus loves him, Marlo invites them to hang out in his algae bed, completely unsupervised.
But I have a reward for you. Follow me!
Thanks to their friend Marlo, Muggles and Joy have found an algae bed that stretches as far as their eyes can see.
Wait kids, don't go. Stranger danger, stranger danger.
I've never seen an algae bed like this in all my life. All 2 weeks of it. Hey, the sun's going down up there. It'll be dark soon.
Muggles, get the fuck out of there.
There are many perils in the open ocean, and it's oftentimes no place for baby fish.
Yeah, no shit. They're standing in front of one of the ocean's deadliest predators. If Marlo's tummy starts grumbling, these kids are cooked.
That's good.
So fortunately, the kids make it out alive. Or unfortunately, depends how you want to see it.
Muggles! Joy!
And they're now sent on a new side quest to find Fizzy, the pufferfish, who is constantly in balloon form, which implies Fizzy is terrified of these two. Yeah, me too, Fizzy. Me too. Joy and Muggles tell Fizzy of how they distributed algae to a neighboring reef, and how they're actually really cool fish, and Fizzy is like, oh hell nah guys, you're getting a little too puffed up with pride. Get it? A pufferfish? Talking about being puffed up with pride? Please kill me. So Fizzy convinces the kids to go do something nice for someone, and they decide to help Patty, whom Muggles describes as a big old whale.
But what can two tiny fish like us do for a big old whale like Patty? Don't let her hear you call her that, Muggles. She's a girl, you know.
Why are you so upset? Whales are big. That's not an insult, it's just a description. Yeah, just watch Muggles get cancelled over this. You also had no problem calling Henry Scary Henry right in front of his face, even after he told you he doesn't feel comfortable with that nickname.
Hey, Scary Henry!
Such double standards.
Much to Patty's surprise, Muggles and Joy prepared a gift that their beloved whale friend will not soon forget. A yummy seabed littered with plump crustaceans, a big whale's favorite treat.
What? These kids led Patty the whale to a seabed full of crustaceans? Isn't Scary Henry a crustacean? So one day, Muggles and Joy are preaching to crustaceans about the love of Jesus.
We didn't do anything, Henry. It was all Jesus' doing. It always is.
And the next day, they're leading their whale friend to munch on crustaceans. What kind of psychopaths are we dealing with here? You know, maybe the reason Scary Henry is supposedly so depressed is because his entire family was exterminated at the hands, fins, of Patty the whale. Yeah, they never clearly express it, but it's definitely my headcanon.
Crustaceans are my favorite.
Enjoy!
I will.
The lore just keeps getting darker and darker.
Muggles, enjoy! See, God created us to be good to one another.
Yeah, I don't think enabling crustacean genocide falls anywhere near the definition of good.
Praise Jesus!
So we finally get some character development for these stupid fish, because when they're supposed to go out studying coral reefs or something, they're actually playing outside, you know, like kids tend to do, and Professor Shark catches them red-handed in their lies.
Oh.
I'm so disappointed that you two decided to lie to me about your day.
Oh, Professor Shark, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we didn't mean to lie, honest.
The fact that they still have their stupid smiles splattered on their face as they give their apologies makes it seem like they're mocking the professor. No sign of remorse for their lies and their war crimes. But they seem to get the lesson pretty quickly and go back to being perfect, morally incorruptible children. Then they're sent off to meet one of the most disturbing characters in the show, Mr. Sushi.
Hey, Mr. Sushi.
What are you two little fish doing so far from your reef?
And this is conceptually terrifying. This is a piece of sushi roll with fish eggs on the top, but he somehow gained consciousness and is able to grow facial hair. And he's also Japanese. If Mr. Sushi was a human, he would be a mutilated corpse stuffed in a bed of rice with little human embryos on his head. Just think about that. This is the stuff of nightmares. My headcanon is that Muggles and Joy actually passed away in the last episode, and now their ghosts are condemned to wander around reefs filled with these horrifying demons to atone for their role in the Great Crustacean Genocide. Oh, and Mr. Sushi has a very thick Japanese accent.
Oh my! I always thought you two were good little fish. Only a few weeks old, too.
Because racist caricatures are still alive and well in the year 2020.
Your phone ringing. Big boy, come pick up your phone.
And Mr. Sushi is the only character who actually changes his facial expressions for a bit, which is just very fitting. All the animation budget went to the most racist character in the show.
The great thing about our faith is that in his infinite wisdom, Jesus forgives.
Even for two lying fishes who don't deserve a second chance?
Oh,
These two kids being overrun by guilt over some little lies they told their teacher has to be the most Christian thing in this entire cartoon.
and that your dishonest actions are weighing heavily upon those small fins, and so can Jesus.
Do you think Jesus forgives us, Mr. Sushi?
He forgives you!
So Mr. Sushi takes the kids to see some sunken ship. So how is he able to float despite having no fins? Magic, I guess. And the kids learn the importance of telling the truth and all that good stuff. You know, maybe they should learn the importance of not ripping off other creative works.
Praise Praise God!
Woo!
And at this point, we're given a bit of a lore update, and we're told that Muggles and Joy's reef was actually destroyed by a natural disaster, and they had to move into a new one. You know, it would have been a great thing to see this play out on screen, but that would require actually animating stuff, so they just used the exact same reef model from before and tell us it's a different place.
Fish-tastic! The fish will always rise.
Go fish team!
I hate the way Muggles laughs. Shut the fuck up, man.
I'm dead inside.
So the kids go help out another random ass animal, this time a manta ray called Boo Cakes, who has just lost his home to some current, and the kids just tell him to cheer up because Jesus still loves him.
We can always count on Jesus no matter what.
Through good times and bad.
Especially bad.
So I hear. But I loved my seabed. It was all I had.
Aw, come on, Boo. Cheer up.
Yeah, Boo Cakes, have you tried not being sad? What, you're saying you're homeless now? So what? Jesus loves you, man. That's all that matters.
Wow!
And Proverbs 14:32 tells us that the wicked are crushed by disaster, but the godly have a refuge when they die.
Very comforting, Muggles. You know, this proverb actually implies that Boo Cakes is wicked since he was struck by disaster. Hell, all the fish in this goddamn reef are wicked, it seems, because a natural disaster destroyed all of their homes.
Don't stand around being sad. Some action will make you feel better. And it's also the best way to honor Jesus' investment in us.
Okay.
Be good, kids, because you're Jesus' property and you wouldn't want him to regret his investment, would you?
Joy! Muggles!
So at this point in the film, I had lost all my will to live, and that's when I discovered there was still one episode left of this garbage. Yes, episodes. This movie is a bunch of episodes strewn together with generic stock footage in the middle, and each episode follows the exact same sequence. It's a beautiful day under the sea. Muggles and Joy visit Professor Shark. He sends the kids to some dangerous mission. They talk with a middleman who leads them to the character in need, or who's gonna teach them a lesson. Then after an eternity of conversations, the fish return to Mr. Shark and they all praise Jesus together. That's all this movie is. Fish talking and quoting Bible verses. Stuff only happens off screen. The dialogue is pure exposition. You know what, guys? I think I owe Donkey Ollie an apology, because despite its awful character designs and songs, Donkey Ollie at least tried to be entertaining. It's so bad, it's good. But this film is so bad, it's bad. Finding Jesus didn't even try. This has to be the most uninspired cash grab I've ever seen. I'm serious, I've never seen such a lazy project, never. The dialogue is garbage, there's barely any animation, and despite the title of the film, they never actually find Jesus. They never even look for him. They just pull Bible verses out of their fish anuses. There's not even a single prayer in this movie.
And you wouldn't skip out on a play date with Jesus, would you?
No.
And the movie ends with Muggles and Joy heading out to spread the message of Jesus to the four corners of the ocean.
With souls brimming with faith and love for Jesus, Muggles and Joy set out to spread his word far and wide throughout the sea to the four corners of the world.
How are these two tiny fish gonna do that exactly? Who knows? Jesus powers or something.
Praise Jesus, Joy!
Always and forever, Muggles.
Woohoo!
You know, I would be ashamed if my name came out in the credits of this thing. And I love how they state that no animals were harmed in the making of this movie. Oh yeah, with the exception of Mr. Sushi, who is a walking corpse of fish reborn as a racist caricature. I'm done with this film. I give it 0 out of 10 because I simply see no redeeming qualities in this at all. The laziest movie I've ever seen, and I'm so glad it's over. I'm so glad my suffering is over. So yeah guys, Finding Jesus. Let me know what you thought of this in the comments below. This was suggested to me by a couple of people commenting in my channel. Whoever commented Finding Jesus, fuck you. No, just kidding. I had to cover it one day. Thanks for the suggestion, and let me know which other Christian cartoons you would like me to cover next. A big one I get is Joshua and the Promised Land. Should I cover that? That has to be one of the worst movies ever. But if you want me to cover that, okay, I think I would do that. So yeah, keep an eye out for the next one. As always, thank you so much for your support, guys. If you would like to support my work, please head on over to Patreon or become a channel member. It's only $1 a month and you gain early access to all my work. Thank you so much. Take it easy guys, have a wonderful day, and stay away from Mr. Sushi.
I make people happy. I fulfill their needs. Frankly, I don't think I could stop even if I wanted to.